Welcome to Chris's Bread. We're going to learn how to make gluten-free sourdough bread. To make a gluten-free sourdough bread, I added brown rice flour and a little bit of buckwheat flour on the starter and let it rise overnight. And I pre-measured it. First, we're going to mix all the dry ingredients: sorghum flour, brown rice flour, and a starch. It's a tapioca mixed with arrowroot flour. So some type of starch goes in, and then the binding agent, I'm using Psyllium Husk. If you cannot tolerate Psyllium Husk, you can substitute with egg or flax seed meal or chia seed gel. Those things you can use, or you can completely skip that. I'm giving a wide range on the ingredients because everywhere it's different, so just play around. I'm still learning how to make gluten-free sourdough bread. So play around, see how it's gonna be. My room is a little bit colder, so I'm adding warm water. And the texture or the flavor of different ingredients in a gluten-free bread, I guess I'm not used to it. So to soften that, I like to add maple syrup or maybe brown sugar, whichever. You can completely omit that. And I'm gonna add my starter. The good thing about gluten-free bread is that you don't have to knead, as long as all the dry ingredients are incorporated, and that's it. And then you're gonna shape it and let it rise. So we're gonna skip one step compared to the wheat bread. Because of the psyllium, it can take a lot of liquid. But if your dough is too stiff, you can add a little bit of water at a time, maybe 1 tablespoon at a time. That will do it. To shape it, as long as you just put them all together, sometimes if it's sticky, you can wet your hand. Sometimes that helps. And I'm sprinkling brown rice flour and shape it. You can see that this dough is a little stiff. I tried making a softer dough, and then once it goes in the oven, it seems like it turns into a little flatter bread. So that's why I'm purposely making it a little stiffer. You can start making stiff dough, and then eventually, once you get used to it, then you can add a little bit more water and play around. So my room is a little cold, so I'm putting in a warm place in my house and also covering with the kitchen towel. It took me about 3 to 4 hours. It can take longer. Sometimes you can let it rise overnight. You can put it in the fridge if you want. And once it's rise, rise, then you can put it on a parchment paper or directly into the pan you want to bake. The good thing about Psyllium Husk is that once it's mixed, it holds dough together really well. If you are an artistic person, this is your chance to show off, and you can do anything with it and it will come out beautiful. That was one good thing about the Psyllium Husk and gluten-free bread, was you can score any way you wanted to. I was gonna say that I noticed that once it goes in the oven, seems like it shrink a little bit. That is okay. Don't be alarmed about it. We wanna cook thoroughly. So bake covered 30 minutes and uncovered 30 minutes, 450 Fahrenheit. Once it comes out, it's going to be a little stiff like a brick. Make sure to cool it down completely overnight. And when I cut it, it feels like a real bread. it smells like real bread and looks like a real bread. Has a nice crust and then crumb is nice and soft and it holds those air pockets thanks to the Psyllium husk. You can see that it bounces back and nice and soft and smells so good. It looks darker because I added a little bit of buckwheat flour and tastes really good. Now you know how to make gluten-free brown rice sorghum bread and follow the recipe and enjoy it.